Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 53-degree Tuesday, the 5th of May. It's made it to a whopping 55, so we're really smoking along. It's not supposed to rain or anything, I don't think. It says dry for 10 days, but it just must be a fog layer or something. It's very comfortable out here. I mean, it's just very calm feeling. Man, the leaves everywhere. Everything's growing. Boy, I tell you what, that lawn is flat hopping now. I had to say something about it the other day. Well, it won't grow fast. Woof! Yeah, she's going now. So, anyway, let's head to the Southland. Go through the JOB. Maybe I'll get back here early and try to hackle some of this. I think I got to stop somewhere. But anyway, we'll get it all sorted out. Welcome to the day. 58 degrees, cloudy. It's fog mist several times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it got bad enough. It didn't dirty the car up or anything. But
No, thank goodness.
it's definitely misty out at times.
Mm-hmm.
Mama?
Yes, sir.
Made it Tuesday. We're 2 days in.
Yes.
So have yourself a wonderful day.
You too?
And I'll see you as the day goes on.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Straight from the car to a test ride. Got some diagnosing to do on that Ryker. If I remember right, it's kicking off some VSS codes. Dadgummit, hold on, I'll be back. Forgot my wallet. Let's try this one more time. So the owner turned down, shockingly, turned down the brake flush on this thing. That's kind of unusual, especially the conditioning. So because it's such a safety thing, document everything, take pictures, and it gets logged with the bike. Because if something happens, and I guess he's got some trips or a trip, something planned. I don't know. But yeah, if something happens, guess who they're going to come looking for? The guy who just did a service on it. Get out of the way here. I tried to check those things first, but I didn't. Still off a little bit, but in traffic. So the other thing, going through my checklist thing, I get down to the battery, and I thought, well, I got to go in to, run buds on it anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and just pull the tub out, because on a F3, you got to take the tub out to get to the battery. And it's one of those dadgum Haiju batteries in there. And I noticed, before I got to the battery, I was starting it up, let it do the pre-oil check, let her get up to the fan start. Oh, look at that. Fan start cycling, and I can get the pre-check. You need to ride it. I don't care what you do. You can't let that thing idle long enough to get a proper oil check. You need to ride it. Get the HCM, everything pumping on a moving vehicle. That's kind of common with anything. But anyway, I mean, if you checked it that way, you're gonna be safe. But I want it so anybody checks their oil after I worked on it to be. But the key for it to beep is that they know how to do it. If you do it wrong, it's going to look either low or, well, it won't look high, because it can't show higher than what it's got. But it can look low. And that's the danger of, especially springtime, people start pulling these things out and they go, well, it's been months since I rode it last, I better check the oil. And then they end up putting a quart or more in there to get it to the full mark, because all the oil moved out of the dry sump tank, which is where you're checking the oil level. drains out of there and goes into the sump of the engine. And then they complain about it riding bad, or even worse, I've had it where they overfilled it to the point that it comes up the dipstick tube, and I mean, that thing's doesn't have any pressure up there. You can check the oil with them running. Actually, BRP wants you to get it up to temperature and actually check it. It's got to sit 10 minutes on level ground and check the oil level while it's running, and you get the most accurate reading. I used to do that with the twins, but you had to be aware that when you did that, it was slightly lower than actual. You're supposed to, ride it, get it up to full temperature, come in, and those have to idle for like 2 minutes, or is it 5 minutes? I think it's just only 2 minutes. It might have been, 2 minutes. And they have to be at temperature, mind you, and have to be ridden. And look, the characters hanging off the back of that thing. It's a Toy Story people, I think. But anyway, those would read a little lower, just the way the dry sump thing worked. But if you shut it off and check it like within 30 seconds, it'll be right at the full. I learned where to have it on the dipstick to be perfect. These, what it reads now, and if you shut it off, you have 2 minutes to check and or adjust the oil level, and then you have to start it up and let it idle for another 10 minutes. Well, the nice thing is you just let them sit there and idle and do whatever you need to do after they're at full temperature. So yeah, the brake fluid, that was critically bad. And I appreciate you guys that have commented saying you've searched the World Wide Web and haven't found any tester that goes over 4%. There's got to be other people out there that go, well, if it pegs the 4%, what is it actually? But yeah, the brake fluid, that's not something to mess with. You remember that 2019 F3? Ooh. I think people just have it in their head that, I've never had a problem with brake fluid over the years. You've just been lucky over the years. These, with all the computers and the VCM, that VCM is unimaginably expensive. I know back in 16 or so, we took a BMW in trade for one of the new ones, and it didn't go through any kind of pre-sale or take-in inspection. So we take all bikes in and have a tech go over it and make sure everything's safe. Well, none of that happened, and they come back and go, hey, this thing it's got a brake failure light flashing. Well, as it turned out, the VCM was bad, and it was like $3,600 or $3,700 for the VCM, which it was the ABS part of it, but you got to buy the whole thing with the computer and everything. There's a computer attached to it, and I think it was, I want to say it's around $3,700. That's 10 years ago, and it was unavailable. So they had this idea, well, let's go look for one used or rebuilt. And then, the management goes, nope, no way. Could you imagine that pump going bad on a new owner of this used bike and it failed? Yeah, you could lose everything. So it got sent off to auction. And I think in the end we lost our butt on it. Because you need to be honest at the, if you're not, you can get in trouble. So it had to be listed with a bad VCM. But not changing brake fluid causes that. That one guy, and oddly enough, the brake fluid, it looked yellow, And it tested bad, but you know, looking at it, it looked fine. I mean, the color of it looked fine. And it knotted up the VCM. They always come so close. I don't know if it's just being arrogant and just they're upset that I'm turning in front of them that they do it. I don't rightly know. And it's only gotten up to 6. Well, it was probably about 10 minutes before I left. It was 63. I think it was going to be hard pressed to get up to any. I forget. I think it was supposed to be cooler here. I think it's supposed to be 74 in Toledo and 72 here. That looks like straight up rain over there. I don't have my watch on me, so I can't see what their thing is. I know in Toledo, I love it. You know what's funny is we were coming home last night, and I looked at my watch, and it's well, can't do that. Wow, that truck absolutely consumed that entire alley. But anyway, it said rain in 4 days. I go, oh no. And by the time we got home, it went back to dry. It says dry for 10 days. That's what it said this morning. This is about the 4th or 5th day in a row that it said dry for 10 days. I'm liking it as we using up that 10 days we got another 10 days. But you got to be really careful about wishing for too much dryness in the Pacific Northwest, because this place turns into a tinderbox. And then here come the fires. We have just way too many woods and mountains and hard places to fight forest fires, and stuff just gets out of control. There's the Sea to Sky. You show up when I was on the Sea to Sky. Actually, I think she's still down there. I can't take her for another test ride though. All right, F3. Don't. I know. That's your big sister. Don't be jealous. They're all fancy, roomy, and comfortable. You're okay. You're on your way there, old F3. Wipe the tears out of your eye. You're still growing. Hey, look at this. I can do an outside walk around. I don't know if I even walked around this thing. I think I stared at one spot yesterday at it. But the bad thing that, that Haizu battery that's in there, you can't test them because even brand new. And that was your only choice. You couldn't even buy the batteries from any other place. Kelly finally figured out that Drag Specialties are selling that Yuasa battery with their sticker on it. We even pulled one of the stickers off, and it is absolutely Yuasa battery. And we found them and started using those. But the YTX24 HLs for these things, or LH, whatever it's called, it just wasn't available anywhere. BRP couldn't get them, we couldn't get them, nobody could get them. And they were just flat back ordered. So those Haizus came about because had to do something. And they found those. So that's just what they came with. And nobody knew that they were going to be a nightmare. And even though they tested bad, none of our testers, we have them from Honda, Polaris, BMW, all of them said they were bad, but yet they would start the bike. This one starts. And but that first time I started it this morning went boom. Yeah, like I would test the battery in. That's part of my check sheet thing. And as soon as I opened up, pulled the tub out of there, I see that Haizu, and I go, oh no. We've had people, they last for years, and other people, the worst thing is they just random and without notice give up the ghost. You need a Yuasa in these things. But I don't know how worried he is about it if he's not worried about them brakes. Oh, it almost looked like it wasn't on there right, but it is. There's fans. I already had them cycling in the shop. I reckon I'll stroll my happy butt back to the shop and get that Ryker on the bench and see what's going on with there. That thing's very clean. Got a lot of accessories on it. I just hope it's nothing related to that, because there's nothing worse. People put all these accessories on there, all happy as the clam, and they find out something they've done is creating this dilemma. Like this guy, I mean, he's got a, speaking of sling mods, oh, that's even a, yeah, I think that's the only thing I see on here is a cup holder. There's nothing electrical, nowhere. This thing will live long and prosper and create Rykers that will turn into F3s or RTs, or heck, maybe we'll have a dirty side to them and turn into a Canyon. You never know. Nature has a way of springing things on you. Man, look how lush and green everything is out here. I don't know if it's been a while since he rode this thing, but he's complaining about the thing being rattly. And yeah, that's kind of, she sounds just like an F3. You're missing all that body work, and especially when you start them up cold, because it's got all them gears. Like I say, it literally looks like those Erector set where they had all the gears that, you know, would turn and make the crane or whatever do different things. But it has all those gears. There's like balancers and all kinds of stuff that goes on in there, and it's running 3 oil pumps on that side. So, you know, as the pumps are, you know, grabbing that cool oil, it's thicker, and yeah, they can make some crazy noise. But even when it's sitting here idling, you just hear more noise on an F3. Sounds like a perfectly functional 1330 Ace. Yeah, they just make noises, characteristic noises. But yeah, when someone's been around RTs and they jump on an F3, they immediately think something's going wrong with it. Or maybe, you know, like I said, he hasn't ridden this thing in quite a while and goes, whoa, it didn't make that much noise before. Yeah, it did. She's perfectly fine. All right, thanks for coming along for the rip. A cloudy one, but that was very nice. Felt good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, thankfully, my F3, I just come back on. I couldn't pull it in because the Riker was in the way. Going with the Yuasa. Just pulled it out of the box, and it's testing. It's showing good battery, and I think it was 95% charged and about 95% health. So I'm throwing it on there. She's only taking 1.9 amps. So I'll just, because I'll need to get it in here, get the old battery out. I mean, it's good enough to go. I mean, literally, you can throw it in there and fly. And I pulled in, and oh dang, I need to get well, here's the 22 Ryker Rally, by the way. I need to get the Rally up on my bench. And I'm like, dang it. So I start the thing up, and I went back up to Matt up there. I said, Matt, dude, I said, this thing, I mean, when I started up this morning and then just now, and I just got back from a ride, it should be nice and primed up, you know. It goes, vroom. Yeah, that's not good. So this one had some battery codes, and it's got some kind of, they were old, and it looked like somebody's put a lithium battery in there. It appears to be, anyway. And the complaint is you know, it keeps getting VSS codes, and and it goes into limp home mode. So I go in there and a whole ton of battery code. So, I mean, somebody fought this thing with battery stuff for a while. And then, for the, it had a steering angle sensor code and a longitudinal code, and both said, reset, test, and to go from there. So I hook it up, and well, the thing thought it was going sideways. I don't know if, let's see, it was 1.9, so I think it thought it was falling to the left. It thought, instead of going flat down the road, it thought it was going like this. And then, oddly enough, so I reset that, and that bench, you can stick a level on this thing. This floor is absolutely level, and so is the bench with the thing sitting on there. And so I go to the steering angle sensor, and it thought it was taking a left too. It's crazy. So it thought she was flying left, and thought she was turning left. That would definitely throw some things off. Now, how it got that way, I mean, I don't know how do you even do that without doing it with a computer? I have no earthly idea. But anyway, you take that for a rip, and I don't know when he's coming for that. And Matt told him, consider it's done. I said, well, you better hope that battery's up to snuff. And he goes, I have faith in you, Austin. I go, well, I do too, but sometimes they need a little booster charge. I don't know if he's coming today or what. But I think most of this stuff, that's why I made the comment about the sling mods thing on here. I think most of this stuff comes from sling mods. People just go right down the list and check the box. That is a lot of luggage for a Ryker, but hey, if it makes your ride fun. Oh, and it's got the shifter mod thing here, so you got the suicide shifter looking thing on there. And the aftermarket floorboards with the highway pegs, and I've made a touring bike out of a Ryker. If you're gonna do one, do it with a rally, because it's got that amazing suspension. Heck yeah, the Ryker Rally. She's just a hoot full of fun. Man, they run so much better nowadays. There's clutch mods and all kinds of stuff they've done since 2019. And the suspension, we had the rear adjuster. Now you can adjust the front. So, whoa, 3? Yeah, this guy must ride like a maniac, because I'm not a small boy and I can't ride that thing on 3. That thing's a buckboard when it's that high. I don't remember how. Yeah, 3, or is that 2? Yeah, it's 2 on the back. That's where I kept him on the back, was 2. Anyway. You're up to date. A little late getting out for the walk today, because Kelly and I had to fill out this thing. I mean, going to Ireland, no problem. Going to Northern Ireland, yeah, you got to fill out this thing called UK ETA or something, this app. It scans the chip in your passport and answer all these questions and take this facial recognition thing and a photo. Holy moly. Then another thing we found out, if we drive into, which Kelly's not sure, she thinks we might be taking a train to Northern Ireland. I don't know, we got to figure it out. But if we drive into there, I have to go get an international driving permit or something. Jesus, $50 for the thing. And I had some questions. They wanted 2 passport photos, and I'm thinking they're wanting those little ones that they used for, our passport thing to start with. I only have 1 of them, so you got to have 2, and you got to sign both of them. I don't, whatever. But anyway, so Kelly called, got a hold of him, says, yeah, we do it all here. We'll take the photos and everything you need. It's $50, even though it says $20 online. And everybody's going, you're not going to different countries, you're going to Ireland. He goes, if you're going to drive somewhere, your car better float. I said, but we're going to Northern Ireland. And then he goes, oh. He goes, why are you going up there? I said, that's where my mom's from. And everybody on her side of the family. We're Northerners, I reckon. But anyway, I need to figure out if I need this international driver permit or whatever it is. And we need to go take care of that real quick. And that app, it approved us in like 5 minutes. That's a very loud motorcycle. That's a little single cylinder that may not even have a pipe on it at all. Hold on, we got something on the side of the road up here. What do we have here? Come on. There's a little black spot on the right-hand side, right in dead center of the camera. We'll sort out what it is here in a second. Well, it took off and ran across the road, and a deer was coming across going bong, bong, bong. I'm zoomed in on it perfect. Didn't hit the daggum. Thought I hit the record button on the phone. Missed it like an idiot. Boy, that just makes me so mad. But anyway, it went across. It looked like a easel or something flying across here. I know we have minks around here, so it's probably a minx. It was very, you know, did that boom, 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 and it ran. It shot off over here on the left of us here. I'm sure it's long gone. Man, is that beautiful. Even Sasha's gazing out, so was Danny. They're just looking for things. I want to say they were looking at all the beauty out there. Danny, you disappear when you go into that grass. Come on, buddy, just roll back. And he goes, yep, I know the rollback. I'll be at home relaxing in the front yard when you get home, because I just take off. Unless I smell something. You got that old sniffer going on something. Look at that, with those logs stuck out where Daniel's doing the Lion King thing out there. It's all but getting buried by that grass. Oh, it said my workout failed, but so I hit okay, and it's sitting there running in the background, just happy as you please. Who knows? Well, hello there, YouTube. Holy moly! Another obviously beautiful day. I have to just stop talking about it. It's weird that it was so cloudy.
At work, yeah, all day.
I forgot. Yeah, because about the time.
Woodland.
Yeah. I did Woodland, I was like, sunshine. Yeah. It looked like it was going to rain all day today at work.
It was just cloudy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, she was, where you at, Dad?
Yeah.
When's our walk coming? But anyway, that's a fun day at work. All spider stuff again. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And on that, I think we're just going to bounce out on you.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. Hump day already tomorrow.
Yeah. Halfway.
All right. We'll see you then. See you in the morning.